When's the recording?
It's recording now. Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to my channel. I've got Mum and Dad here. We're doing a mukbang and we got Japanese. So let's do an unboxing.
So what's the meaning of mukbang?
Mukbang.
Mukbang.
It's just an eating on camera. So we have chicken skewers, which I will show you. This is from our local Japanese place. I just want to make some more room on the bench. We've got some veggie spring rolls.
Yum.
Edamame. Yum. We're going to need some salt for that. We have rice.
I'll get the salt.
And then we've got octopus. And then we've got some bao buns.
I was going to say we're going to get there.
Of course, of course.
This one?
Yeah. So Mum's going to crack some salt there.
What's in the bell buns?
I got pork. And then for drinks, I'm having a Sprite.
I'm having my water in my bottle because I like it.
And I'm having lemon cordial.
Delish. All right. Thank you guys for agreeing to do this video with me.
You're welcome.
It's different.
It's different.
We do cheers?
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Jeez.
That's Franklin, if you can hear him. Shall we start with these?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Grab one each.
Spoon for the...
We'll grab that when we're ready.
Okay.
Grab one each. All right, guys. Dig in. That is what they look like.
Have you got a jelly piece on the end of yours?
Yeah, it's just part of the pork. So good.
That's tender.
All right, now people asked us questions.
So are we allowed to talk with our mouths open for food in it?
Chew your food, don't. If you can cover your food, sure.
Mm.
This is yum. People like to see you eating. People like it.
So what do you mean they want to ask us questions? Do we have to answer questions here? Or what do we do?
They already submitted questions to my Instagram. Okay, so I'm just going to ask some of the questions that people ask, and then you can answer.
Okay.
Worst thing about Adele being home, best thing about Adele being home, and how do you feel about me living with you guys?
All right. The best thing you being at home is having you here. The worst thing is you're annoying. And with all this social media, I have to put like one of those, I'm recording with a blue light, just a blue light come on like the old days in the studio. And I think I could get sound deadening walls for a room. What was the other one?
How do you feel about me living at home?
I actually enjoy it.
Because it's a problem for a lot of people on the internet.
Oh look, to me, when you left to Sydney and Carla was travelling, we were by ourselves. And we missed you. But now you're back, I enjoy it.
Mum?
Even though you do my head in now and then.
The best thing is, especially during COVID, it was good having company because Dad was working. It was like during COVID, it was nice having you here because I had company as well.
So Mum was here by herself during the first lockdown because Dad still worked.
Yeah.
Mum works from home. And then last year in the second lockdown, I was home.
Yeah, and also because you're with Franklin. Franklin is part of the parcel, so obviously that part as well. The worst thing, I don't even know if there is a worst thing. It's just sometimes we just have to be quiet when you're editing or, I mean, more so recording. It's not that it's bad, but I might be doing something where I have to put off what I'm doing, so it delays some of the things that I need to do during the day. But we work around it, and it's just, we work around it. So it's not really the worst thing, but it's...
She's talking about her loads of washing.
Yeah.
She's talking about, because my room's beside the frickin' laundry.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And what was the last one? Oh, about...
How do you feel about me living at home?
I love you being here. I love you being here, but I'm also very supportive about you being ready to move out as well. So I'm going to support that as well. But I absolutely love having you here because you really do help me a lot. I don't think you realise how much you actually do.
See, guys?
So
I'm not supporting her moving out.
She'll really appreciate it.
They do the fish really, really soft. It's like jelly.
I'll go the opposite way. Thank you.
So good. I love this place. All right, next question. Story time. How did you meet?
I'm going to let you say this one. Because I'll go into too much detail.
Okay, I'll just keep it short and sweet. My family we owned our own business, and we actually started dating a year before we actually started dating.
Is that a
Oh, sorry.
situation?
No.
Oh no, sorry. I met you a year before we started dating, and you asked me out, and I said no.
Yeah.
I actually said no, and I'm explaining. And then so met him a year before we started dating.
What was the business?
It was like a mixed business, takeaway, deli, like a convenience store, like when they were in before all the late night shopping and all that sort of stuff, and weekend shopping and all that sort of stuff. That's how we met.
First time I met her,
Through another family member.
she had an apron on.
Wow.
That was the first time I saw her.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's so funny. That's funny. And while we're on that topic, how old were you when you met? How long have you been, and how long have you been married?
Oh, wow. Okay. This is going to sound a bit... I was 20 and Dad was 17.
Mum was a cougar. And then you got married when you were...
I was 23 and Dad was 20.
Mm-hmm. And then how long is that now? Your wedding anniversary is coming up.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be... Oh, goodness, how long have we been married? We got married in 1990, so 22 years. No, 30.
32 years.
32 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, we're not good at maths.
32 years, yeah, because you're 20... You're
I'm
29,
29.
yeah.
Cuties. Hang on, I'm just getting... I need the sweet chili.
I want some octopus. Are they still putting questions in now?
They put the questions in the Q&A.
Oh.
Alright, next question. Tell a funny story about Adele as a child.
Oh, I got one.
Oh no.
So our girls, whatever we brought two of everything. I mean, we brought them both the same thing. We used to go on a lot of activities, and one activity was we brought a bike rack. So they started learning to ride. They were doing good. So I don't know where we went. We went somewhere. I think it was Reservoir Lake. I don't know.
No, it was a lake.
No.
It was Bandura.
I nearly
Yeah, in
killed
Madura.
I nearly killed us both.
Norris Bank. That's
Yes.
where it was.
So Rita was with Carla, and I was with Adele. Adele's in front of me, or beside me. So what does she want to do? She crosses straight over in front of me. I didn't want to run her over. Hit the brakes. I hit the floor. Hurt my knee. She fell over. And she started crying. I got up. I looked at her. I just said to her, darling, you cracked the rock. You cracked the floor.
I was upset because I hurt him. But
Yeah.
I'm a very clumsy person.
No, you're not clumsy. You just...
No, I am clumsy.
Okay, Adele's not a sporting person at all. I'll be honest, you are not. You're good at karate and you're good at swimming. Yes, you're the best backstroke they had.
Well, my funny story, when we used to go to the beach, when you were like really little, you wouldn't walk on the sand and you didn't want to walk on the pier.
Because I was scared.
Yeah, like you would, yeah.
I thought I was going to fall in the cracks of the pier. You know how the...
You'd have to hold her hands both sides, Mum and Dad, and Carla would run past us. And Adele...
I was scared.
And she wouldn't like she was like she was very like scared to do things, like she was scared to climb fences, and then
Because I'm scared of heights.
and then Carla came along and taught her how.
I must be wrong.
Carla was the adventurous one, and I was the scared one.
Carla was the wild one.
Correct. Ooh, did you always want 2 kids? Do you wish you had a son? And how did you know you were done having kids?
Okay, I'll tell you now. Maybe up to about 10 years ago, so
10?
I'm 52, so say 42, people still ask me, oh, you're going to have a boy, I used to say to them, I've got 2 girls. They used to say to me, oh, you're going to try for a boy? I want to tell you something. We made an agreement, 2. Boy, girl, bonus. 2 boys, 2 girls, whatever it was, 2. As long as they came out healthy. And the both of you came out healthy and beautiful.
Aww.
Doesn't matter what you say.
We actually spoke about.
We actually spoke
about what our plans were in relation to having kids, and what we both wanted. So we were both on the same page with it. So we did agree that there would be 2, because we both come from a family of 4 children. So we knew what it was like to be
in a big family.
As well. And yeah, we sort of had that discussion before we even started having kids. And I don't think I ever. Yeah, so it was, in my mind it was 2, whether it's a boy and a girl, or 2 girls or 2 boys. There was no question about having a third ever, because we had 2 girls and we had to try for a boy. And I have no regrets.
That's cute. Next question. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your lives, what would it be? I'll go first, and I will say McDonald's.
Okay.
One thing for the rest of your life. Or think about like your last meal. What would you want your last meal to be? Or would that be a different
No, this wouldn't be hard. My last meal would be a lobster. I'd like lobster, oysters, and some mussels.
A seafood buffet.
And calamari.
I would be seafood for me as well, but pasta, marinara.
And for dessert, I would love tiramisu.
I knew you were going to say that.
I've got to tell them something.
What do you want to tell
When
me?
we went to Bali, I've eaten a lot of tiramisus everywhere, different states. The best one was in Bali in an Italian restaurant upstairs in Kuta.
He was
melted in your mouth.
He was
He
an
was
Italian
Italian,
chef from Italy, though.
Yeah, he was good.
Bless. Mum, your favourite dessert? You're not really a desserty person, I would say.
Not really.
You got a sweet tooth. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but she's not. Like, if we go out to eat, you're always going to get the tiramisu. She might share some, but...
You know what I like? If I... what's that?
Pudding?
Yeah, what's that?
No, sticky date pudding.
Yeah, sticky date pudding.
That's my next one.
That's one of my favourites.
That'd be my next dessert. If they didn't have tiramisu.
I'm cutting this in half. I don't want the whole thing, I just want half. Do you want another half?
No, Mum.
I want this.
What? Someone's asked a silly question.
Don't name names. What do you think of Adele's past boyfriends? Respectfully.
Past boyfriends or past just boyfriend?
Let's go past boyfriend, because I feel like that's the one everyone knows him from TikTok, or knows the situation.
I guess based on what he did and how he did it, to a certain degree, was a little bit disappointing based on when I met him and the conversations that I did have with him. It surprised me about the way that he went about what he did. But
It surprised me too.
Yeah, just being that, like, I didn't obviously know him that well, but the conversations that we did have, I was just a little bit surprised. But in saying that as well, it wasn't a pleasant time, obviously, but I was actually grateful that he actually came to the house and it wasn't done through text or over the phone, and he actually had the guts to do it person to person. He actually came here, and she was here when it all happened, so I knew that she was going to be okay and safe, even though she obviously went into her room and did whatever, and we couldn't really talk to her. But at least I knew, yeah, she was in the home, so I knew that she was still safe.
She was
so I'm
devastated.
glad that he didn't sort of meet her somewhere where she had to drive home, or they were somewhere where she had to make her way back home.
We were in lockdown. Where was I going to go?
I know, but I mean, you could have gone for a drive, like...
Yeah, fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Next question.
No, hold on.
Yeah,
Mum answered it. I answered it. Does that be specific about one of your boyfriends? Because I just want to put them all in one basket.
Put them all in one basket, Dad.
All right. They're all nice guys, but at the end of the day, when I grew up and I fell in love with your mum, I fell in love with her. The kids today, get some balls, get married, and start a family. No, seriously.
It's a different time now.
They can't say it's a different time.
It is a different time.
Okay,
you didn't grow up. No, you didn't grow up with dating apps. You went out to the club. You had to get their fucking house number.
We had to fight for the house phone. Mum, get off the phone. We've got a girl ringing us at 6 o'clock. Yeah?
Let's just say, none of them were the right person, But I do think there is some issues in our generation or the younger generations with dating, just with the whole social media.
So if you're going to go and visit someone's parents and we accept you into the house or whatever, make sure it's the right guy.
Correct.
Yeah?
Correct.
It's nice to come over, have dinner with us and all that.
But I don't think that meeting the parents is such a big deal these days, because
Yeah, I know,
you could
but-
meet someone's parents and they could ghost you.
Yeah, but Adele, at the end of the day, I know what you're saying, but as parents, I would like the guy who wants to marry you to come over.
He did
Come over, yeah, but
But
something happened.
But he didn't want to marry me.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't sure. So, I don't know. I'll play out of her.
Anyway, we're grateful because now look, Adele's living her dream.
Well,
True?
absolutely, and obviously everything happens for a reason, and he wasn't meant to be, and I'm glad that it happened when
We
it
spent
did.
enough time on him now. Next.
Yeah.
Geez, you rushed off that one.
Enough. He's had enough airtime. Next question. What is your best family memory?
Mine is when we went as a family to South Mole Island.
Oh my god, I was
Yes.
going to say that!
I was going to say that.
was-
I have that in other videos that I've said
That's
that.
my favourite.
Aw.
That's my favourite
Adele?
holiday.
If you make enough money, can we buy the island?
I don't think I'm gonna. I think that island has been abandoned. I think someone else owns it and they've left it. We went
Can't we
to.
buy it off them?
I'm gonna need millions. We went to Hamilton Island first,
Yeah, we landed at Hamilton Island.
and then we went to South Mole Island.
And we spent a
Buy
week.
a boat.
We spent a week there.
It was the best.
It was a really, really good holiday.
That was my favourite memory too. Were you gonna say the exact same thing?
Yes.
I
So-
wonder what Carla's would be if she would say.
Why I say that? We were a young family. We were young. Yous were young. So the morning, you go in the kids' camp. The afternoon, you go to kids' camp. It was like we didn't have any kids.
No,
Oh,
No,
no.
it wasn't like that.
to me it was just that everyone was able to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
they came back.
Yeah, they had
They
fun.
learned something.
Absolutely. So
That's
they
what I
had
like
fun.
seeing.
we were in like, it was like the kids. It was like where the parents would drop the kids off, but
Kids
we would
club. It
do
was a
fun
kids club.
Kids club. We would do fun stuff, and I loved the kids club there.
That's where I did the YMCA.
You got up to the concert, remember?
Yeah,
I did the village people.
it was really fun. We haven't really gone on like a, not to say we don't go on family holidays, because we always do like weekends away or smaller Victorian stuff, which we do quite a bit. But we haven't really done like a plane trip like that
No.
since Bali. Bali was the
Oh
last.
yeah, Bali was the
You're a
last
bit old
one
now,
in
take you to somewhere.
2015.
What do you mean? We're going to Europe.
2015?
We're going to Europe next year.
Are we still going?
Yeah, we're going to Europe next year. What do you mean? Too old. Mate, I'm only 29.
Yeah, but you're adults now.
So what?
Hold on. What did you just say?
I'm only 29.
So what you used to say to me when you were younger?
I used to call him old.
Because why?
Because you were 30.
No, because I had kids. And then you moved the bar up to, because I'm 30.
Yeah, I went dad.
She keeps moving the bar up.
Guys, I was at my dad's 30th. How old was I? 6? 7.
You had fun.
Well, he was 23 when you were born.
Okay, I was 7 years old at my dad's 30th, and I remember his 30th. And I am nearly 30. Could not imagine having a child, let alone a 7-year-old. Crazy shit. Next question. What are your star signs?
I'm Aquarius.
Can you tell?
Well,
Everyone can tell that you're an Aquarius.
what is this star sign stuff? I really...
We just take it with a grain of salt.
All I know, if you're an Aquarius and you're born 1970, you're a beautiful person. Huh.
It's very specific.
Yeah. Well, if anyone born in 1970, good vintage.
Mum.
I'm right on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius.
You're a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio.
With a little bit of Saggy in her. But I think Scorpios are the fire sign, are the fire of the water signs, I'm going to say.
I know what you're talking about.
You're Mr. Airy. Next question. Who is Franklin's favourite person?
Me. Me.
He's obsessed with her.
I haven't mentioned Franklin, but if I go like, even to give her a kiss,
Not allowed.
He is very...
I'm not even allowed to go like this to my wife in front of him.
Not
No.
allowed.
He's obsessed with her. And I always say, I reckon in like another lifetime, they were a couple. Because he's in love with her. It's so funny. He's obsessed. And I mean, he still loves me, but he definitely loves
Look at the
you.
fish, how they do it like jelly. And it's really soft.
He definitely loves you. Favorite thing to do together as a family?
Dinner for me at this point of
Oh, I was going to say
And I was
that.
going to say the same thing. I love that
Because we actually sit down, we talk, we
Yeah.
communicate.
Someone commented on my YouTube video last week saying, I like how you sit down and eat dinner together.
I think that that's
Like-
important, though. I like that.
But make it clear,
No phones at the table. Says the man who just filmed his dinner for TikTok.
I didn't film tonight because we're doing this. I should have filmed it. But we have when we have dinner, we have 2 meals now. Because Carla's a vegetarian. Unless we're making pasta, she'll eat with us.
It depends on what
Depends
we
on what we make.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, we'll have like a main meal that has like some meat element to it, or a vegetarian meal. But then the sides are vegetables or salad or something else. And she's not really ever given us shit for eating meat.
No.
She's not like that at all. She's happy to like sit down with us, eat whatever, make her own thing as well. Sometimes mum will just do all veggie, or I'll do all veggie.
Yeah.
Dad doesn't cook in this house.
Hold on.
Anyway,
Oh,
next
yeah.
question. Love your family dynamic. Do you have any advice for new or young parents? You're very good to answer this one because you were young parents.
For me, no one teaches you about being a young parent. First, getting married, moving into your own house. You got more responsibilities. Then trying to work out between your jobs and having kids. When's the right time for your wife's biological clock or your husband's, right? And then to have the kids. How many kids? We had this conversation. We said 2. No, we knew after that, none. There's no book. There's no book on it. It's just that you've got marriage is a communication.
Is that your advice? Communication.
Communication. It's like a business deal.
Mum?
You're both give and take
Me,
for me.
to young parents, I would say, because really, to me, about timelines and all that sort of stuff, I just sort of think things happen when they're meant to happen for whatever reason. But if you do choose to have children and plan to have children when you are young, or at any age, I guess it doesn't really make any difference. I think it's really important not to forget about yourself. And also not to forget about each other outside of the children. Because you have a very strong connection to a being that needs you 24/7. They don't talk, they don't walk, and being normally the role of the mother, and I know that that's not like that these days, and sometimes fathers these days, that you become so absorbed in this new world because you've got a brand new being that you do forget about yourself, and you also forget about the other person, which they can feel rejected even as well. So I think it's really important to make time for yourself and also for each other.
That's cute. I like that. I don't have kids, obviously. I don't have advice for new or young parents, but I will say it's cool the world we live in now because there's things like podcasts and YouTube and free like Instagram accounts that you can follow about parenting and stuff like that, which they didn't really have in your day.
Exactly.
Like the resources are there now.
There's more resources. You actually get paid to have kids these days, which is good. Because we didn't get paid.
Well, that's exactly right. But I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to take that, everything that you do, things that you read or things that you hear these days or what you can, research on. It's not black and white because it's different for everyone, but it's great that those resources are out there because it gives you some sort of idea. But my advice is don't take what's in there literally because it can be different for you. So do your best, the best that you can do, and don't rely on those resources as being, gospel. Yeah.
Always ask your parents because they've been there and done it. What worked for them? Yeah, but some people don't have parents.
Yeah, or they can't ask.
Just contact me and my wife and we'll help you. Or contact me, I don't care.
Next question. Were your parents born overseas or here in Australia?
I was born New South Wales.
And I was born here in Melbourne.
And your parents were born overseas?
My parents were born both overseas.
Both were overseas.
In Italy. Both of my parents are from Italy.
Both my parents are from Greece.
Next question. What did everyone want to be as a kid?
Oh, as in us?
Yeah, what did you want to be as a kid?
Oh, goodness.
I wanted to be an underwater photographer. I've said this before. I really liked the water. I didn't like the sand.
I really want to work on the ocean somewhere. Lifeguard, captain or something on a boat. I like the ocean.
Mum?
I think teaching, but like kinder, which I got to experience that after I, for a little bit there as well. So, yeah.
Cute. And then last question, before we wrap it up, because we're done and we've been
Are we
filming for a while. What's the secret in staying together this long? What's the secret?
You go first.
Communication, and also knowing that a marriage is a work in progress always. Honesty, trust, but communication is the key.
Are you going to say the same answer?
Yeah, it's like a business, a great deal. You got a good business with two partners. If you got two partners, you got a good business. If you got one shit partner and a shit partner, you ain't gonna go far. You got to work together, communication, and be honest. That's
Okay, nice. Well, thanks, guys.
it.
You're
I'm still
welcome.
eating, sorry.
That's
okay.
alright. We did
That's
pretty good.
calamari with rice.
We have some edamame left, but I'm full. Alright.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. We'll be back soon. Guys, I'm back in the vlog. I'm back in the video. Carla just came home. She wasn't here before, but I asked her what her favorite family memory was, and what did you say?
South Mole Island.
She said the same thing. We don't have one original thought. We all have the same memory.
Well, it was fun. It was so fun.
We should go back.
Yeah, we should go back.
We should go back.
should
Oh,
go
we
back.
can't go back. It's
Why?
the island's ruined.
Oh, really?
It got ruined by, I think, the tornado or
Oh,
hurricane.
really?
I can't remember which one it was.
Oh.
Very sad. But anyway,
Lucky we enjoyed it when it was there.
true. Bye.
Bye.